This conversation is so beyond broken at this point. I no longer think there is any use in conducting it. Everyone is talking about two sides of some mythical world where masks will cure you simultaneously while the economy is totally opened and closed. There is no hope in our culture figuring out this in a sensible way. That's why I would rather move on to the next argument. Allow me to talk to you about the Trump vaccine. I know needles freak a lot of people out, but assuming this works for just a second, can we be optimistic for just a second? It's been such a long year. There are a lot of reasons for conservatives overall to embrace this. No more freaking masks is number one. Yes, I know some officials still say that they may try to keep mask mandates in effect, but once you get vaccinated, no one is wearing masks anymore, and that's a positive. Number two, it's a victory for capitalism. These big evil pharmaceutical companies that the left has vilified for decades are here to save the day. Yay! Number three, it's a victory for deregulation. Operation Warp Speed did a couple of important things. It guaranteed these companies a chance to develop a vaccine without worrying about blowing tons of cash. But it also got rid of a bunch of regulations to streamline the production of the vaccine. Pretty amazing. Number four, it's a victory for the Trump legacy. In fact, if this works, it might be the ultimate achievement of the Trump administration. I know it's a big statement, but this has been a pretty big deal. I don't know if anyone's noticed. This is an all-time record for vaccine development. I like to think of it as the Trump administration sticking it in every media source's faces. Which party is the party of science? You guys, the people who are saying, I don't want to take the vaccine because that guy, he's orange and I don't like his skin tone. Is that the party of science? I'll say this. You know, this has been a long and winding road. And I could name this thing today, Stu Does the Trump Vaccine, because, you know, it was something Geraldo said off the cuff on the air one day, where he said, I don't know, maybe we should call it the Trump vaccine, and that would be a nice tip of the hand to it seemed to be like some effort to appease Donald Trump so he would stop complaining about the election or something. I laughed at it, honestly, when I heard it. The Trump vaccine, no one's going to do that. But, like, I honestly, we should be thinking of ways. I'm embracing it because I want conservatives to take advantage. I want conservatives to take a victory lap on this one. I want conservatives to say, you know what? We did do a pretty amazing thing back then in 2020. Even though that year sucked, this is an incredible achievement. It's done on the backs of the evil Donald Trump and the evil pharmaceutical companies. Now, I don't think, and I want to make this very, very clear, the worst thing in the world we could do with this vaccine is to mandate it. It should not be mandated by any means, no way, shape, or form. That is something that I think would damage greatly the adoption of this vaccine. But if it works, this is a big deal. And it's something that Republicans, conservatives, Donald Trump fans can all come together and say, hey, this is something that we kind of all achieved here. And it is something that, I don't know, maybe we could take advantage for a positive, credit for a positive development. You know the media is going to try to give Joe Biden credit for this vaccine somehow. You know it's coming. I will not allow it to happen. Number five, we can't afford to lose any more voters. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but elections aren't always easy to win for Republicans, so we should probably keep as many of them alive as possible. That's just a general, just a general recommendation. Number six, we need to open up the economy. Trying to convince Gavin Newsom to become rational about COVID restrictions, I assure you, is not the answer. It's not going to work. We have to solve this thing with a medical or technological innovation. That's what we do here. This is America. We don't cower in our homes. We take on big problems and we solve them. The media is going to try to find a way to give credit to Joe Biden for this vaccine if it works as well as expected. You know what's going to happen. And at the end of the day, there are many power-hungry politicians out there. We will never go back to normal. Never. If our plan is to convince Andrew Cuomo to be rational, he will never, ever do it. The truth is, only a vaccine or an innovative treatment of some sort is going to actually open up the economy, return us to normal life, and honestly, it's the only way to overcome the incontrovertible fact that Andrew Cuomo is awful.com.